A child stands on a destroyed Russian tank near Makarov, Kiev region, Ukraine, May 7. Reuters. Mikhail Polonchak. A man cools off under a pipe of flowing water on a hot summer day in New Delhi, India, May 11. Reuters. Anushree Fadnavis. White House Deputy Press Secretary Karine Jean-Pierre is embraced by current White House Press Secretary Jennifer Psaki as Psaki introduces Jean-Pierre as President Joe Biden's next White House Press Secretary at the White House in Washington, May 5. Reuters. Kevin Lamarck. A view shows an explosion at a plant of Azovstal Iron and Steel Works in the southern port city of Mariupol, Ukraine, May 11. Reuters. Alexander Ermoshenko. Fireworks explode during celebrations of the Victory Day, marking the 77th anniversary of the victory over Nazi Germany in World War II, in Moscow, Russia, May 9. Reuters. Evgenia Novogenina. Britain's Prince Charles sits next to the Queen's crown during the state opening of Parliament, at the Palace of Westminster in London, May 10. Alastair Grant-Poole. A damaged bus of Sri Lanka's ruling party supporters is blocking the main road after it was set on fire during a clash of pro- and anti-government demonstrators near the Prime Minister's official residence, amid the country's economic crisis, in Colombo, Sri Lanka, May 10. Reuters. Dinupali Inawat. Russia's ambassador to Poland Sergei Andreev is covered in red substance thrown by protesters as he came to celebrate Victory Day at the Soviet military cemetery to mark the 77th anniversary of the victory over Nazi Germany, in Warsaw, Poland, May 9. Slawomir Kamiński Agenka WYBORCZA.pl. A resident and a child look out through gaps in the barriers at a closed residential area during the COVID lockdown in Shanghai, China, May 10. Reuters. Ailey Song. A Ukrainian police officer guards as refugees from the Azovstal steel plant in Mariupol arrive at a registration and humanitarian aid center for internally displaced people, amid Russia's ongoing invasion of Ukraine, in Zaporizhzhia, Ukraine, May 8. Reuters. Gleb Garanich. Members of a Russian military band performed during a parade on Victory Day, which marks the 77th anniversary of the victory over Nazi Germany in World War II, in Red Square in central Moscow, Russia, May 9. Reuters. Maxim Shemetov. Brandon, an asylum-seeking migrant from Nicaragua, helps carry Liam, a 3-year-old twin from Nicaragua, and Olivia, a 14-year-old unaccompanied minor from Guatemala, as they wade through the Rio Grande River into the United States from Mexico and Roma, Texas, May 7. Reuters. Idris Latif. Mourners, including journalists, react next to the body of Al Jazeera reporter Shireen Abu Akleh, who was killed by Israeli army gunfire, the Qatar-based news channel said, during an Israeli raid in Jenin in the Israeli-occupied West Bank, May 11. Israeli military said Abu Akleh may have been shot by Palestinians as they clashed with its troops. Reuters. Mohammed Torokman. TPX images of the day. Local residents climb on top of a destroyed Russian tank, as Russia's attack on Ukraine continues, near Irpin, Ukraine, May 6. Reuters. Carlos Faria. Relatives cry during the funeral of Egyptian officer Solman Ali Solman, who was killed in an armed attack claimed by Islamic State in Egypt's Sinai Peninsula, at his home village Jazirat al-Ar, in Al-Qalioubiya Governorate, Egypt, May 9. Reuters. Mohammed Abd al-Ghani. The first image of Sagittarius A*, or SGRA* for short, the supermassive black hole at the center of our galaxy, captured by the Event Horizon Telescope, EHT, an array which linked together radio observatories across the planet to form a single, Earth-sized virtual telescope. The new view captures light bent by the powerful gravity of the black hole, which is 4 million times more massive than our Sun. EHT Collaboration National Science Foundation. A destroyed residential area is seen in Irpin, Ukraine, May 7. Reuters. Carlos Faria. A Palestinian enjoys the beach in Gaza City, May 6. Reuters. Mohammed Salem. British soldiers participate in an exercise as NATO allied troops carry out Swift Response 22 exercises during a media open day at Privlak Army Base, North Macedonia, May 12. Reuters. Ognan Teofilovsky. An injured Ukrainian service member sits at a field hospital inside a bunker of the Azovstal Iron and Steel Works in Mariupol, Ukraine, in a photo released May 10. Dmytro Orekozhitsky Press Service of Azov Regiment. A couple poses for wedding photographs inside Grand Central Station in New York City, May 5. Reuters. Shannon Stapleton. Debris is scattered after an explosion destroyed the Hotel Saratoga, in Havana, Cuba, May 6. The massive blast at the five-star hotel, a block from the iconic Capitol building in a renovated area of historic Havana, blew the side off the hotel and collapsed its lower floors, leaving dozens trapped, killed or injured. Officials say a gas leak caused the explosion. Reuters. Alexandra Manatini. A delivery worker, who says he is living at a bus stop because he has been unable to return home for weeks due to the COVID lockdown, brushes his teeth on a street in Shanghai, China, May 12. Reuters. Ailey Song. Supporters of presidential candidate Ferdinand Bongbong Marcos Jr., the son and namesake of the late Philippine dictator, and vice presidential candidate Sara Duterte Carpio, daughter of Philippine President Rodrigo Duterte, watch a fireworks display during the final campaign rally before the 2022 national elections, in Parañaque City, Metro Manila, Philippines, May 7. Reuters. Eloisa Lopez. Artist Ede Zankovic screams along with other women during Burnout art performance in Belgrade, Serbia, May 7. Zankovic wants to draw attention to the problem of mental, emotional and physical exhaustion of women caused by stress, and calls for women to scream in front of all state institutions in Serbia, as she believes they are most responsible for this condition felt by young women across the country. Reuters. Marco Urica. Smoke from a fast-moving, wind-driven wildfire rises above a residential area in Laguna Niguel, California, May 12. Reuters. Mike Blake. Migrants wait to disembark from a Spanish Coast Guard vessel in the port of Arguineguin, in the island of Gran Canaria, Spain, May 10. Reuters. Borja Suarez. Representative Madeleine Dean, DPA, Representative Nick Emma Williams, DGA, and Representative Veronica Escobar, DTX, lead a march of Democratic women members of the U.S. House of Representatives through a tunnel in the U.S. Capitol to gather outside of the Senate chamber to protest and advocate for abortion rights as the Senate votes on a bill to codify the Supreme Court's landmark Roe v. Wade abortion rights decision at the Capitol in Washington, May 11. Reuters. Julia Nickinson. Service members of pro-Russian troops fire from a tank during fighting near the Azovstal steel plant in the southern port city of Mariupol, Ukraine, May 5. Reuters. Alexander Ermoshenko. A boy bathes in a stream of water during a hot and humid weather in Peshawar, Pakistan, May 9. Reuters. Fayaz Aziz.